DC. In the forwards, front row is Martinez, Gattis, and Reese. Harley, the captain, and Whiteside in the second row. Bavaro at number 8, and on the flankers, Gross and Corey Daniel.
And at 9 and 10, we've got Buckley and Emery, a midfield of Grigg and Hughes, and then a backfield of Mueller, Robertson, and Rizzo.
Simon Cross is the head coach, a 44-year-old, coached a lot at Worcester. Now he's here, and you see the reserves down the side for the visiting Seattle Seawolves. We'll take a look at their forwards. It is Orr, Van Vuren, and Zeiss in the front row, and Pofu and Herbst in the second row. Hotting holding it down to number 8 with Noah and Elton as the flankers.
And for the backs, we've got Smith and Iona as your halfbacks. In the midfield, we've got Foucher and Creel, and then you've got a backfield of Pulu, Stickling, and Rousseau.
Coach for Seattle is Alan Clark. He came from the Ospreys back in the day. He's now here since 2021. And you see the Seawolves reserves. Get us underway. Old Glory DC at home. Ball is up in the air from Iona. Takes it into contact, but not going to find a line break. Holding strong so far is this Old Glory defense. Smith. 2.5 minutes, all action so far to start this game. Taken down right there is Pofu. Referee says that ball is out. Players going to try to play it there. Comes back into Daniel's hands. And it is crisis averted early on here. As
really too messy for a referee penalty.
Drive forward off of the line out. We have Maul. Seattle Seawolves driving. Dragging their players forward. They've split this Old Glory defense. Referee on the spot. You see the 5-meter line and the try line in behind them. Good work here from Seattle. Seattle looking for some points. 12.5 minutes gone in this one. No score. Will this yield some points here for the Seattle Seawolves team? Inside the 22, they've only had a 29% success rate, so they really want to increase that here and put some points on the board, make an early statement. A little chip over there from Iona. Iona has a runner. Will it come into his hands? It will, and it's going to be a try for Tony Pulu. Ball coming in from Van Vuren. Went over and across Old Glory, but it came back to Seattle. Seattle, little messy hands. They're going to get this one going forward. Nice little line break there. Good work from Stickling. Nice pop-up. They're still alive. Ball coming out here from Smith. Runners out to this left-hand side. Iona thought about the kick again. Put a little chip down there. Didn't work. Nice and beautiful work coming back in from Mueller. Better of it. There's some very talented players coming in with the reserves that have great front-row experience. We'll see how that continues. The ball comes away here from Old Glory off of that line out. Nice work wide there. Little space opens up the middle. Hand it back into Buckley. Buckley gets it away. Gets it into the hands of Grigg. And it's going to be a third try for the Scottish International. Looked like Colin Gross gave him the
forward movement. You can just see this offload, those skills. Buckley's right there. And that is just brilliant continuity from Old Glory.
They want to simplify this line out, and they do. They go right up front to Gross again. Gross comes down with that one, driving forward. You see the 5-meter line just to the back of your screen there. Again, the Seawolves trying to drive them towards the touchline, maybe get the luck of taking them out, but they're going to break away with that one. It's going to be Gattis. He's going to be hauled in a touch this time. Line out for the Seawolves at their own. Move a little wider in the field and continue to set up their offensive structures. Ball out the back. Can a runner get through? That one's a knock-on in Old Glory's hands. Faces Grigg. Is he going to get turned over? No. They're good. Players got it away. Nice run coming here from Old Glory. Old Glory got the ball to John Rizzo. Little hops up there. Moves it back into Buckley. Buckley comes back around. It's in the hands of Robertson. Robertson. Ball winds up in the Seawolves' hands. It's inside the 22. Ref telling players to get their way out of there. So it comes up into the hands of Billy Whiteside. Whiteside, they move that one. They put a skip pass in. It's at the wing, but there are a couple of defenders there. Ball on the ground into the Seawolves' hands. Will this be poached? Referees on the spot. Old Glory right now. Just don't last for too long, so you're going to want to make sure you make some use of this. The ball comes across field. Harley in that middle pod. They're going to go back in the other direction through Gattis. Gattis puts that one up back. A longer pass this time. Hughes. Hughes breaks. Hughes looks and can't get the pass away to Colin Gross. 6.5 minutes gone. Seawolves queuing up on defense. There's Grigg. Hard to take him down with one. He gets that ball away as they're with. Little space opens up, but they have to come back in. Ball just chucked. And now it's out to the wing. Buckley gets it set. They're going to have to get this one to the ground. Rizzo slips through a couple. Rizzo, the Midwesterner, gets that there, and it's into the hands of Sam Davies. Davies to the ground. Gottas carries. Gottas, little one up there to Corey Daniel. Would he get a try in his 50th? Wouldn't that be lovely for him? Ball out to Emery. Emery goes wide. There's space over the top, but it's a bouncer. A little step coming around off the knee. Mueller can't quite handle that one.
Glory attack.
I know Glory really wants these points. They could have gone for the post right there. Maybe a bit easier to put something on the board, but Ngali in the game, a big runner for this Old Glory team. Takes the ball, they're working their way forward. There's a player from the Seawolves on the ground underneath that, which is going to result in another advantage. This would probably be a yellow card if it does not go into the try zone. Buckley gets a bobbling ball, looking for some space. There's Buckley. Buckley near the line. He is a powerful player. Doesn't quite get there. They're going to go to the pick and go again. Off to the left. Well marshaled by the defense. Into the try zone they go. Another 5 points. Eventually.
Power over as we just look at this end-on angle now. Good organization there. Then it's the second two players will come in and eventually drive.
Regathering defense. Ball goes to Iona's hands. Iona into contact. Ball ripped away into the hands of Old Glory. They're going to move that one. Bavaro gets it out there to Robertson. Robertson chips it through. It's inside the 22. It's a chase. It's a battle. Who's going to come up with this one? We will see. This is fascinating.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and check this. For me, it's carried back by White, but I'm on no try. Thank you. Amanda, we're going to go ahead and have a look, please.
Referee Aaron David. Ooh.
Robin, I can confirm we have a grounding. Try. Blue? Award the
Grounded
try.
by Blue. So it's a try?
Correct. Award the try.
Thank you.
And it is try awarded. I thought I just might have spotted a little something on one of those replays. What a try.
Looks like he is, and you can just see the nose of the ball in that slow motion. He gets it down. He just seemed to want it just that little bit more. And then Rizzo there, just as the slow motion, there's the nose of the ball. It does skim into...
No, good decision.
Well hit by the Old Glory defense. Smith looks for some runners, finds Creel. Creel has to step back in the zone. It takes a big shot from Nungali. Iona, not too many options outside of him. Going to go in a little bit tight there. Fouché is going to take that in. Back the other direction. A little pop pass up there to short. Double tackle. Dislodges the ball.
High degree of danger.
Okay, so we're thinking yellow card against right here.
Sorry, I lost you there. Yellow card against White 10. Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Rickert, and number 10, please. We're dealing with what we've seen, okay, which is there's a neck roll right here. You've removed the player from the ruck by the neck.
Phenomenal opportunity there. McBee. Runners out the back. Intercept here nearly. Did that bounce down, but it was knocked on in the attempt.
Fouché. There's the penalty.
Ball up into the hands of Nungali. I think he came down on top of his own players. That should be okay, but referee has an arm out. Assistant referee.
Number for me, please.
Lake on that side must have spotted the illegal play. Corey Daniel with a pretty nifty scrum half pass there as they come around the back. We'll see if they even need that penalty. The ball goes wide to Owen Sheehy. Owen Sheehy steps in, steps out, touches down. 5 points. There's the bonus try.
And they've just pulled it out the back. Lovely running there for Mueller. Sheehy with a little show and go. He gets over for the try.
They're looking to see if there might have been
Brilliant play there.
kick being lined up on your smaller screen right now. Emery. Climb just got a little bit higher. Wider they go. There's some space right there. A little show, little go. Nice work there, and finally Rousseau gets free. Can't get to the try zone. We talked about it at the beginning of the game to watch out for plays like that, and he gets one. 70-minute mark, not quite the time he would have wanted. Players right to the try line. Referee is going to call time here.
Amanda, we're going to go ahead and have a look, please.
Back to the TMO.
Can you check try or no try here, please? And then advise on the restart. So third question, I don't have a decision for you.
Can the knock on from the kickoff first?
No, I've got that one clearly backwards. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
I'm not sure I see that, Craig.
Potential knock on as well.
Yeah, good point. Comes out of the hands there.
Yeah, I don't think he's in control of that.
On. It's short of the goal line, so it's going to be a scrum.
From here for Old Glory.
Yes.
Unforced him out.
McBee gets his win. A big squeeze coming from Seattle that time. Going to want to dig this one out quick. hitting the ground. Penalty coming against Old Glory this time. McVie with it. Head down and go it is. Driving his way in there. DeVault Katia. Having tries to Superman that one over the top, but doesn't quite happen for him. Smith comes back. Desperate days and taken away there by Old Glory.
Well, as you say, John, so they can clear their lines.
They're digging a quick McVie. Here's another big drive. They're going to draw another penalty. Ball is up into Hadding's hands. Riekert Hadding across the line, 5 points. That's going to be their target. Slow drive coming forward. Taking their time, steady. Seawolves again trying to drive them towards the touchline. It starts to break away. There seems to be less defenders there. McVie being told to use it and does. Tommaso Bunny, the American international, takes that one down. A very good rugby career he has had. Little ball back in and Nangali. Nangali can't find it. Has to put that ball back. Great work on the round to keep it alive. We have a penalty advantage here. So penalty for Old Glory DC right in front of the posts. Make a difference here. So very smart from Old Glory.
Absolutely. And with a 5-point victory in terms of league standings.
Players trying to roll away there from Old Glory. Referee allows these teams to keep playing. Hadding has Wengluski.
Keep moving. Good.
Kutsi right over there. Rousseau in the first receiver position. Goes short into the hands of Alton. Ripped away by Old Glory. Old Glory takes that, runs in a touch, and that's going to wrap it up for this matchup, 29-12. Old Glory DC over Seattle.